Good evening, everyone. Good evening. Good to have all of you here. I can already see that Arundhati is there. Being Gaming is also there. Good to have you guys here. And today we are expecting some interesting games by our players. Of course, see, Vidit Gujrathi is the one which we think that might come back to today. Yesterday he had a little bit difficult position, but today he is having very comfortable position. We can already see that the bishop on b1 is a little bit awkwardly placed here. Of course, it can come in the game maybe with the moves like c3, but even if you play c3, then also this bishop will not have any scope in the future, right? Because the e4 pawn is there. For that reason, maybe f4 needs to be played. So let's see what's going to happen. But before we go further, I would like to see what happened in this game and how did they reach till this position. And e4, e5, knight f3, knight c6, bishop b5, a6, bishop a4, knight f6, Rai Lopez opening, and b5, bishop to b3, bishop c5, a4. We have seen this opening earlier also in this World Cup, and I think in the previous game only, means in the last round, if I'm not wrong, between Fedoseev and Velimir, this position was happened, like, and sorry, not that, I think Grischuk game, I think this was the game in which this position or Fedoseev game, let me check, I think this position, I have seen this position, Rai Lopez opening, yesterday only it happened. Yeah, I think in this game, somewhere in this game. Yeah, see, bishop c5, this was the position which happened, and c3 was played in Bacrot versus Piorun game. But today Vidit goes for this opening, and but this time it is different. He plays a4, rook to b8, and then knight captures e5, knight captures e5. Of course, d4 is played in order to for these two pieces, and then after that bishop into d4, queen into d4, d6, and then he plays bishop to f4. c5, another interesting idea to dislodge the queen from this place. Queen e3, c4, the queen bishop goes behind. He plays knight to h5, going for the bishop on f4, knight c3, knight into f4, queen into f4, castles, ab5, ab5, rook d1, bishop to e6, and finally we have this position on the board like this. Are you there with me? Are you there with me? Just send me hi, hello, something like that, so that I'll also get to know that you are there with me. And today I was under impression that I have I have scheduled the stream at 6:30, but then I saw that I have scheduled it at 6:15, so I am a little bit late. Sorry about that thing, but I guess so now everything is cool, right? Jagrit is also here. Good to have you, Jagrit, here. Good to have you here. Okay, let's move to the other games also. We'll have a quick look at what is happening in Carlsen's game. e4, e5, knight f3, knight c6, bishop c4, bishop c5, c3, knight f6, and d3. Well, this is the Geico piano game. d6 has been played, castles, then h6 is played. Then he plays rook to e1, castles, then h3, and then bishop to b6. Today, the two openings which we have seen all started with e4. I will be quite curious that what is going to happen. Knight d2, knight e7, a4, c6, d4, knight g6, bishop to f1, rook to e8, d into e5, knight into e5, knight into e5, d into e5, queen c2, and then bishop e6 comes on the board. This is the typical position on the board which is there. The typical board. Hello, good evening, nice to see you. Hope you are taking care of yourself. Yes, I had a very good night's sleep, and after the vaccine I'm completely fine now, I guess so. Yes, Abhishek, good to have you here. Good to have you here. Good to have you here. And guys, whoever new is coming, please do like the stream, okay, so that we can reach more people and it will be good also. Okay, coming back to the game here, what we should think, like what should white Esipenko play? Of course, Carlsen is in element, but I think like I'm supporting Esipenko because last time he beat Magnus Carlsen, and today also I guess so he might find something because he is white, and something will be there. Bishop to e6. Thank you very much. Knight c4. Okay, maybe b4 will be played on the board. Maybe this is the next move, b4 followed by a5. Yeah, knight c4. Yes, knight c4 is played on the board here already. But in future, I think b4 is also a typical idea in this situation. Knight to c4 is played in order to dislodge this bishop. If the bishop goes behind, then maybe bishop to e3 followed by rook d1 is something which might play. But I'm doubtful that whether he is going to play this or whether he is going to capture bishop into c4. Yeah, he played knight into c4. Maybe bishop into c4 will be played here in future, or we'll just give up the bishop on b6. What do you think? Yeah, a5 is also there. a5 is also there. But will you play a5 immediately or what? I feel like Carlsen might just save the bishop also, because he might retain the bishop on the board. But this bishop on c7 will not be doing that great job. That's something which I also feel. Yeah, but bishop into c4, classic bishop. Yeah, that's there. But let's suppose we play this, and white will be having this very nice bishop, and this bishop will be there. So it's a trade. I think it's a trade which happens. Yeah, white will be getting bishop pair for sure. But black will also have some chances, right? There is something here on this side of the board. Maybe queen e7, rook d8, knight h5, knight f4. This might be one of the ideas. He went for bishop c4. He went for bishop c4 because maybe this knight was having great options here, and bishop b6 is more powerful than the bishop on e6. Yeah, bishop b6 is more powerful, and he played this a5 so that this bishop will not be dislodged from these diagonals very easily with the a5 move. That's one thing which is there on the board. Just a second, okay? I'm just getting it done. Something. Just 1 minute. Okay, I think we are ready now. I just wanted to check one thing. I thought he wouldn't play bishop into c4. Yeah. Should be killed. Okay. Hello, Swarang. Good to have you here. By the way, Swarang, I was checking, like, you sent the request means for the tournament, but you have not filled up the form. Please fill up your form on the website which is there. I have given that website link also in the description. Please do that thing. Okay, please do that thing. You have not filled up the form, I guess so. I'm good, Karan. I'm good. Good to have you here. Yes, Kargil Vijay Divas today. Jai Hind, Jai Hind. Okay, we'll have a quick look at other games also. What's happening in Bacrot game. Yesterday they had a quite interesting game. I have a question. Can anyone participate in nationals? Well, I don't know. Means this time I have not read the rules and regulations, so I can't talk about that. But you can check out everything rules and regulations on All India Chess Federation website. If you go there, then you can find it out, right? Oh, Karthik is also here. Good to have you, Karthik. Good to have you here. E4, C5, knight of 3, D6, D4, CD4, knight D4, knight of 6, knight C3, knight C6, and F3 is played here. E5, knight B3, bishop E6, knight D5. He plays bishop E7, bishop E3, castles C4, A5, bishop to D3, A4, knight to C1. Okay. This is the typical Merov Zubin setup, right? typical setup where everything is closed here and white has planted the knight in the center of the board. Yes, yes, anybody can play because there is no selection criteria, I guess. So you just need to play it. Okay. What should black play? Usually in this kind of positions, I have seen like players go for queen a5, rook c8. They try to play on this side of the board, but in that, if queen a5 is played, I think bishop d2 is one of the moves which can be played. And I have even seen some games in which knight d7, knight c5 is played, even knight d4. They give up that pawn there. Oh, you have to take the permission from the statistician. Okay. I have not checked the rules just for fun. I have not checked the rules. So that's why I already mentioned I cannot tell you about that thing. But you can get all the information on AICF website. You can get all the information on AICF website. You can definitely do that thing. Yes, yes, Jekant, we will definitely go for that game also. Okay. We'll go for one by one. We are going one by one because we just started streaming. One by one we are going. Grischuk versus Duda and Krzystof. This game is still in its opening only. They have not played too many moves. E6, knight of 3, and typical Tarash opening. CD4, queen into d4. Okay. Another idea, another thing is like, which is a very classical way to play Tarash, is to play g3, then knight c6, bishop g2, then maybe bishop to e7 square, and then castle, then bishop e6, bishop g5, and then they play cd4 or c4, and so many moves. Like, okay, these are like the classical ways to play the Tarash opening, but he plays cd5 and cd4, queen into d4, and after this move, he captures d5, bishop to g5, bishop e7, and then he plays e3. And then castles, bishop to d3, h6, bishop h4, knight c6, the queen is being attacked. Queen moves away to queen to f4, bishop to d7, queen d1, bishop to g4, and h3 has been played here. Okay. सर मेरे चैट्स डिलीट क्यों हो रहे ऑटोमेटिकली? बीइंग गेमिंग, आप कुछ लिंक पोस्ट कर रहे होगे तो ऑटोमेटिकली डिलीट हो जाते होगे, बट आई एम नॉट गेटिंग योर मैसेजेस. Jayakant, I really don't know. If I'm not getting your messages, like if your messages are coming there is no mod here. Yeah, there is no mod here. No one can just delete the messages. No one can just delete. No, I'm not getting his message. Why will I delete his message? If you post any link, then sir, my YouTube email and Leech's email is different, so please accept my request. My ID is no, the tournament will not be there on Leech's. First of all, the tournament is going to be there on chess.com. Okay, on chess.com the tournament will be there. It will not be on Leech's. So you need to have the account on chess.com, not on Leech's. Okay, so it's not about email ID. It's not about email ID. It's about the ID, means chess.com ID. Okay, I hope you understand that thing. Please read the rules and regulations. Okay, please read the means all the regulations are there. iChess means chess.com. No, you don't. You just fill up the form. Okay. Okay, let's get back to the position here. h3. Okay, bishop into f3 will be there, and then queen into f3. Maybe this is, or maybe he can go back to bishop to h5. Bishop to h5, he can go back. Okay, let's get back to the game of Vidit here. Vidit has played c3 move, which we were thinking, because by playing c3, the bishop on b1 will be very awkwardly placed. It cannot really come back in the game. If b3 is played, then this bishop will be forever be gone. Okay. Do we have to write something in the request? I have joined right now. You don't need to have write down anything. You just need to register on the link which is given, and then after that you just need to join the club. You just need to join the club. Okay, I'll give the link also for the tournament as you are asking. I'll just do that thing. Register. I'll just do that thing. Okay, for tournament. I'm writing it down. Just 1 minute. Okay. Okay, this is the thing. Okay, it is done. Okay, it is done. Now I'll come back to the game. c3 has been played. I think Vidit is just going to get positional advantage here, because if you capture here, okay, let's suppose you capture here, then what can Vidit play? This is the, let's guess the moves also. One thing is there, bishop c4 can be played in order to attack the bishop, miss this knight, rook f e1 to support this thing, and then we can capture and play this thing, and then this will be good knight against the bad bishop position. Bishop a2 can be one of the ideas, but then you can see the rook on a2 and means e2 and the bishop on a2 will be attacked by queen a6 move, and then you will lose one of the pieces. So bishop a2 cannot be played. Okay, this bishop is okay, means it is supported by the rooks, we don't need to move it, but this bishop is very badly placed, isn't it? It is very badly placed here, and it cannot really come in the game very easily. So black will definitely get some advantage. Maybe he will play queen to a5, and then rook b6 will be played so that this pawn will be supported, and then maybe we can just play queen to a1. This is also possibility in order to get the rook here. So white will be on back foot. White will be on back foot in that case. So he is thinking, and of course, if b3 is played, then this bishop will be very badly placed, and it will never come in the game, no matter what. Means you have to give up the piece only in order to bring the bishop in the game. Otherwise, it will always be dead there. So he won't play that move, c3, and then he needs to think. He needs to think about it. Karan, your name will be there in the club. You need to join the club. Means every day we means in the morning we check out the forms, and if the forms are correctly filled, then the request which we get for joining the club, we just accept them in the club. If you are there in the part of the club, then you are in the club. I hope means you are in the tournament. I hope it is understood, right? You need to join the club, tournament club. That link is also given in the description as well as on the website also. I hope you will definitely do it. Okay. Okay, fine. So he's thinking, he captured here. No, he did not capture. I think no, he has not played anymore. He's still thinking. I think this is not so easy position for Dubarbayli. He needs to think in this position. Another option which I feel is like sometimes maybe king can go to other side and the queen can move, and then f4 will be played. Once that is played, then the knight needs to move, and then black means white will get some play. Varad Kausadikar, why so many dislikes? Well, Varad, it happens every day. Somebody comes and dislikes the stream many times. Typically it's 20-21 times. Today at least it is less. we have someone who hates. Means we don't even have that much watching. That many dislikes are there. Orma Chepe, hello. Good to have you here. Good to have you here. That person has many accounts. Okay, we'll check out other games also. Here Fedoseev's game is going on, and okay, today I have not put any bar. Maybe I should put some bar for you. I have not put any bar today. Okay, this might help you. This might help you, right? Because every day we put the bar here, evaluation bar. Thank you very much for the support. Okay, but don't worry about the likes and dislikes. Don't worry about it. If somebody likes, it's good. Okay, so what happened in this game? Again e4 and Rai Lopez opening. Bishop to b5, a6 castles, and bishop e7, rook e1, b5, bishop b3 castles. Then h3 is played, d6, c3, bishop b7, d4, and rook to e8, knight d2, bishop f8, a4, h6, bishop to c2, e4, cd4, knight b4, and knight c3. In one of the previous game, I remember one player has given up this bishop. Okay, not Sahil Tikku. Bishop to b1 and c5, d5, then knight d7, rook a1, c4, rook e3. Okay, this was played. Then knight c5 comes on the board, b3, rook c8, ab5, ab5, bc4, bc4, and this is the situation. I think knight c4 will be played, but if you play knight to c4, is there any trouble? Because the knight on c4 will be hanging. It will be hanging in that case. But we can capture the pawn on c4 by other moves also. Like we can attack it with the rook also, and then we can capture it. That is also one of the possibilities on the board. But I feel like this rook can always come on this thing also. This rook can come here. Thank you very much. Okay, let's come back to the game. Let's focus on chess. Okay, let's guess the move. Which move do you think that white will play? Will he play knight into c4, or do you think that white will play rook a7 or rook c3? Which move do you think that he will go for? 2-3 options are there in front of us. Add kid. Hello. Hello kid, good to have you here. I remember your story. Rook a7 is your move suggested. Okay, fine. Rook a7. Possible move, completely possible move. Knight c4 is also a possibility just to capture the pawn, but I am a little bit worried about if knight c4 is there, maybe the knight can jump around and then this knight will be captured by rook into c4. That's also one of the things which might happen on the board. We will go to other game. We'll go to other game, but clearly I will say like Fedoseev is the favorite over here above his Serbian opponent. I think he's from Serbia. He's from Serbia. And by the way, one game where is oh, MVL game is already drawn. Oh, that's very sad. That's very sad. They drew the game very quickly. d4 and f6, c4, g6, and Grunfeld defense has been played on the board, and they just went for a draw without anything. Just queen a5, bishop d2, queen a2, castles, bishop g4, rook b7. They went on to just go for a draw. I have seen this line before also once, and usually it goes for a draw with this thing. Yeah, very quick draw, very quick draw. What is there? Mobile Task Force Unit Epsilon 11 designated nine-tailed fox has entered the facility. All remains are advised to stay in the evacuation shelter. What's that, kid? Well, I don't know. Both are very strong. Maybe they want to decide. They want to decide the game in the tie breaks. Nothing else. They want to decide in the tie breaks. That's why they drew this game, and maybe tomorrow they will decide everything. Tomorrow they will. Okay, come back to my favorite player, Peter Svidler. I really like his games. So I'm going to change it like this: d4 and f6, c4, g6, knight c. Oh, h4. Wow. h4. Who plays like this? Come on. Who plays like this? h4. Have you seen this thing? Have you seen h4 kind of a move? Usually it is not seen at the top level, but Shankland is playing this thing. He wants to play some creative chess maybe, or maybe he knows that Peter Svidler is going for the Grunfeld, so why not just play h4, h5 and try to interrupt his plans. Fisher for life. Divya. Oh, Divya plays like this. Okay. Yeah. Alpha 0 also plays h4, h5, this kind of move. Alpha 0 also plays. Bishop to g7 and knight c3, d6. Okay, this time Svidler has gone for something else. Usually Svidler plays d5 move. Means Grunfeld is his like forte, which he always goes for. So today he is going for d6 move. And now e4, knight to c6, then ng2, castles, f3, e5, d5, knight d4. Okay, bishop e3, c5. King's Indian defense has been played on the board. Then d6, bc6, knight d4, ed4, bishop into d4. He sacrificed one pawn, okay, because he might be getting some activity. So rook b8, first thing is like, okay, b2 pawn is being attacked. And queen c2, he supports the pawn. He plays c5, asking this bishop to go back on f2 square. Now bishop e6, okay, the pawn. Maybe, I think like at some point knight d7 will be played, which eventually he played after this move, knight to d7. The idea is obviously to get the control of the dark squares. This bishop is also opened up. And if rook d6, he gives up another second pawn in this position. Svidler is playing something exceptional, I guess so. He goes for queen to a5. Interesting. Now, what is his idea? Is he going to just capture over here? I don't think so. He's going to capture. Maybe just going to play knight e5. This is also something. So this game is going to be very interesting. Here, white supports the knight on c3 without worrying about anything. Another idea, I think rook b2 was one of the ideas in the position, which might be played. Let's suppose we play something random, okay, rook h3. Are we going to play rook into b2? Yeah, rook into b2 is the threat, because if you play king into b2, first we can give the check, king will come here, and then we can capture bishop into c3. Now the idea is to play this check followed by rook b2, and white will be in big trouble. So this was the main idea. Yes, Simanti, we will be looking at with this game also, but this game black has sacrificed 2 pawns here, and we are just checking what will happen. Queen a5, bishop e1, knight e5, f4, knight into c4. He gets back the pawn, bishop into c4, bishop into c4. Okay, he has got the pawns, but maybe now e5 will be played and this bishop will be a little bit blocked on this diagonal. That's something which might happen on the board. Maybe, but in that case, bishop will come back and then this bishop f5 is the threat if e5 is played. Okay. Black's pieces are active for sure. Black's pieces are active and black needs to defend the position. Okay, fine. We'll check this out after some time. And rook h3 is also one of the defensive ideas by which the knight on c3 can be defended. Okay, now we will look at Vidit's game. Where is Mr. Vidit playing? Vidit is playing. Okay. Something has changed on the board. Something. c3, bc3 and bishop c4 and rook f1. We already looked at this thing that maybe bishop into e2, rook into e2 and b into c3 will be played. This variation we saw that in this position bishop a2 to get the bishop in the game will be a mistake because of queen to a6 and 2 pieces will be attacked in that case. Yes, Jaykant, I will get to that game also. Queen to a6. Okay, I don't think so they will fall for that thing. After this, okay, rook into e2. This is the position on the board in Vidit's game, and now he is thinking. I think b into c3 will be played, and then he will just go back. He'll just go back in that case. And the idea of playing queen a6 followed by doubling the rooks over here, this is also a very interesting idea so that he can attack the bishop on b1. Piorun, we'll check out Bacrot's game. Bacrot's game we want to check out. We will definitely check out Bacrot's game also. Yeah, we'll check out Bacrot's game. Okay, let's check out this game. In 5 moves, you said like he blender. How can someone blender in 5 moves? No, this is normal moves. Everything is normal here. This is typical game. Very normal chess is going on. Very normal. Maybe knight e2 will be played and then what should white do? This knight on d4 looks very important. I think we need to remove that knight from that square. Shashank, we can watch with this game live here also. Here also. I was checking with this game, but with it, the opponent is not playing. He is thinking about with this game, means in that game quite a lot. So we are shifting to other games also. We are shifting to other games also because they are just thinking and thinking and thinking. This is the position on the board and they are thinking in this position. Okay. I'll just refresh the page once. In leeches, some things occurred like a blender. Oh, maybe. Sometimes technical glitches are there, no? So it happens. Here he is just thinking. So we were at this position before some time also. Before some time we were at this position only and his opponent is thinking. Okay, let him think. Carlsen's game, we will check it out once again. What's there in Carlsen's game? Okay, he did not capture on c4. He played bishop to b2. He's saying like Carlsen. Okay, this is not Carlsen. Where is Carlsen? Okay, this is Carlsen's game. Okay. Opposite color bishops might happen on the board if this bishop is exchanged with this knight. Shashank, we are focusing on World Cup, so Nihal is not playing in the World Cup, so I won't be able to check out Nihal's game. But here I am definitely going to check all the World Cup games for sure. Okay. Our focus is on World Cup. G6 and what should be done here in this position. One idea. Yeah, Nihal is playing at BL. Yes, I know. Queen f3 can be one of the ideas in order to just pressurize this knight over here. And at some point, I think we need to bring the rook also in the game. So for that, maybe b4 capturing here and putting some pressure on b7. This also might be one of the ideas from Esipenko. Esipenko is playing awesome chess. That's what I will say. He is really playing good chess against Magnus Carlsen. He is giving a very tough fight to him. He's giving a very tough fight. And whoever is there new, do like the stream. And I would like to say one thing that do register for the tournament. Free registration is there till 31st of July. And after that, it will be 50 rupees. And it has cash prizes of 13,000 rupees plus chess.com memberships are also there. So I hope that you will register for the tournament. Okay. BL is lower than World Cup, no, obviously. World Cup is much more higher than any tournament. Only candidates you can say it is much more powerful. But in World Cup, many countries play. Many players from different countries play. So obviously, and the top players play. That's why Magnus Carlsen is playing there. BL is not that powerful. Okay, let's predict the moves. Let's predict the moves. Do you think that b4 will be played here? Do you think that Esipenko will go for something like b4 and try to open up the position? World Cup in a way are trying to be a world champion but in a different tournament. Yeah, World Cup is like the qualification thing. World Cup is like the qualification thing. Okay, let's have some look at girls game also. Girls game also we will be looking at. London system was played in this game. Bishop f4, c5, e3. A very solid system, I must say. Knight c6, knight d2. He captures and bishop f5 is played. Bishop to b5. Then e6, knight to e5. And he is going for this thing. He needs to support. She needs to support, I mean to say. And after the support, then c4 comes, d into c4, a4, bishop b4, castles, and then bishop into c6, b into c6, knight c4, queen a6, knight e3, knight d5. He goes behind. Another option was also there to capture it here, but why did not go for the capture? She played bishop to g3 and then f6, attacking the knight. Knight needs to move in this position. So where to move the knight? Okay, one more thing is there. We can first capture one of the pieces on d5 or f5 and then move the knight. That is also possible move in this position. Yes, Grischuk is playing. Grischuk is playing definitely. We'll come to his game, but first of all, I would like to look at some girls game. Alexandra Kostyaniuk is playing. She is the former world champion. She is the former world champion. She is playing with the black pieces. Let's have a look at her game also. e4, e5, knight f3, knight c6, bishop b5, a6, Rai Lopez opening, knight f6, castle b5, bishop b3, bishop c5. Again, we have seen this opening in Vidit's game also, and now here it is different. A c3 is played, and we saw that c3 variation in Bacrot's game yesterday. So c3, d6, d4. She goes behind with bishop b4, a4, bishop to b7. Okay, bishop g5, h6, bishop h4, g5, bishop to g3. Knight captures on e4, knight d2, knight d2, knight into d2, and then queen f6. Okay, ab5, rook to a8 check, bishop into a8, Knight e4, queen is being attacked, queen moves to g6 square, and now bishop d5. Okay, I think casting will be done. Once casting will be done, I think it will be okay position for black. Another idea can also be there to play f5 followed by f4. This is also a very interesting idea, because f5 f4 means the queen is getting trapped. So after f5 we cannot really move the knight, because if you move the knight, then of course this will be played f4 and the piece will be trapped. Or no, yeah, piece should be trapped, because even if you play bishop to e4 here, we can come back here. And okay, he has this bishop to f3 move. Castling will be done, and after castles, I think it's just winning. It's just winning. Okay, so here knight cannot really move. So what should he play? Okay, f5 is there on the board. After bishop to d5, f5 is there on the board. And how to defend in this position, that's the big thing. One thing is there, that the variation which we looked at, if the bishop on d5 was supported, then it was good. So maybe white can go for d into e5 and sacrifice here. If this is captured, then e into d6, sorry, not this thing, e into d6, and there will be plenty of attack on black's king. Yeah, it is a completely crazy game. This might be possible, because see, in the previous variation which we were looking at, instead of capturing here, if knight is moved, then after this position, if the bishop was supported, then many things could have been done. Like here the bishop, this was the main support which should have happened, but if that support is not coming, then everything will be gone. So here after f5, this move is a very strong move which might be played on the board, because this and then this will happen. But okay, what's going to happen? I think d into e5 will be played. D into e5 will be played by Gunina here. Vibhav is also here. Good to have you, Vibhav. I say, kaun khelta hai bhai? See, d into e5 is played. D into e5 is played on the board. D into e5 is played on the board. ऐसे गुनिना खेलती है और कॉस्टिन्यूक खेलती है. Two top players in the world play like this. Two top players in the world play like this. What Karya MVL draw so soon? Yeah, they drew very quickly. Okay, let's come back to our Vidit's game. In Vidit's game, he finally moved his rook back, and I think Vidit is having very stable position, because opponent's bishop is pretty bad and Vidit is positionally quite better here. He might just needs to bring the rooks on the b file and put pressure more on opponent's bishop on b1. The ideas which we thought about are like doubling the rooks over here and then playing queen to a3, a1, and then the bishop on b1 will be in trouble. So we will see whether bishop will go for that thing, or means Vidit will go for that thing or not. Another idea is also there, knight to c4 followed by knight d2 and attack the bishop over here after queen to a6. This is also one of the possibilities which might happen on the board, right? Which might happen on the board. So do like the stream, guys. Okay, do like the stream. Yeah, Vidit is definitely better, because opponent's bishop is little bit cramped because of his own pawn on c2, and he will not get the daylight if Vidit plays something like queen here on a6 square. This is what we are thinking. Yeah, definitely Vidit has some kind of obvious advantage. Is there, because and one more thing is also there, that the moment you try to bring your rook here, okay, try to bring it here, Vidit has a very nice interesting idea of knight c4 followed by, then knight can always land on d2 square and then bishop will be attacked. So it all depends upon how Vidit is going to handle. But compared to yesterday's game, Vidit is the one who is putting a lot of pressure on his opponent, and Vasif did not go well today. Even with the white pieces, it did not go well today. and he is struggling in this position. But we saw yesterday that Vasif was playing very interesting chess, and he might find out some good moves in the end. And c3 showed Vidit's class. Yes, c3 was typical Vidit's move, and it just blocked everything, and he is just trying to cramp his opponent by playing on the dark square. So look at this position, like most of the important pieces from white side, means all the pieces are on the dark squares. This is something which we call it as the color strategy. Means color strategy is very important. When our opponent is having the light square bishop, we put our pawns and the pieces on the dark square, so the opponent's bishop will be useless. It cannot really attack on any of our pieces on pawns, and the way, means if you are playing like that, it is called as the color strategy, like playing on the opposite color. And I have seen this kind of games by Petrosian, Alekhine, Capablanca, all the top players of past, means our legends, we can say, they have played something like this in past. So obviously Vidit knows about the classics, and because I know him personally also, like he has studied classics a lot, and he can play this position very well, even on intuition. He spots these things so quickly. His Title Tuesday videos are great for learning. Yeah, that's what I was telling you. That's what I was telling you, that his, like, he has studied classical chess so much now, so he understands this thing very quickly, and he even in his sleep also he can play well in this kind of positions. So we hope that Vidit might just win this game and he will qualify for the 5th round. And if he wins this game, and then I think Karthik, can you just check it out? I think Vidit will be playing against the winner of Duda and Grischuk, right? Is he going to play against the winner of Duda and Grischuk? I have not checked it. Can you please check it out? Okay, I'll check it out. World Cup. No, I think Vidit is going to play against World Cup pairings, right? Chess. '21. Just 1 minute. I'm just checking. Tournament 3. Vidit is going to play against. Yeah, Vidit is going to play against the winner of Duda and Grischuk match. Yes. So we will have a quick look at this thing also. Duda and Grischuk. Yes, Duda and Grischuk is the one. We'll play with Vidit. Yes. One of the winner here. Knight d5. Both players are very creative, I'll say, but somehow I feel like Grischuk is more experienced, and I support Grischuk. Who do you support, guys? Let me know. Who do you support? Grischuk or Duda and Krzystof? Who do you support? You are the chess Wikipedia. And one more thing, I checked it out, that if Vidit wins the next game also, then he will play against Carlsen. That will be very interesting to watch. Vidit playing against Carlsen. Okay, Akshay is saying Duda. Okay, Vibhav is saying Grischuk. Good to have you, Akshay, here, by the way. Jagrit is saying Vidit. Okay. No, Vidit only. No, Vidit will be playing against Grischuk or Duda. I'm asking you, with whom would you like to see Vidit playing? Means, would you like to see Vidit playing with Duda or Sasha? Their game is not drawn. They are thinking in this position. Their game is not drawn. Who said it's a drawn? Sasha is obviously having slight better because White's king is still in the center, and Black can play this move. But I think he can just go back. Or does he need to go back, or he can just castle? He can ignore everything and castle, I guess so. Let's suppose you capture here, okay? Then okay, knight f6 is also there. Knight f6, queen f6, and queen f6, gf6. The pawn structure will be bad, and then we can capture here. That is also one of the moves which can happen. So knight d5 is basically played to play knight into f6. This is the main idea. Okay, fine, interesting idea. Jagris sir, Duda, क्या बात है? Duda, okay. By the way, Sasha कौन है? Sasha means Alexander Grischuk. Black is the one who is called as Grischuk is called as Sasha. Gary is Sasha's favorite. Gary is Sasha's favorite player. Yeah, yeah. I think they call Sasha for the name of Alexander, I think. Okay, one question for everyone. Do you know who is Grischuk all-time favorite player? He considers him to be an absolute legend. Not Gary. Yeah, if you have seen the interview of Grischuk, then you might know it, right? And I have seen that interview. I've seen that interview. So I know the legend. I know the legend about whom you are talking about. Okay, coming back to here, the game of Carlsen and Esipenko. This is the game which we are focusing on now. Bishop b1 was played, g6, king h2. Esipenko is playing very simple chess. Like, I sometimes wonder how these players find this kind of moves like king to h2. What do they do to play this kind of moves? Bishop g7, bishop b3 and h5. Oh, interesting. He has talked about it several times. Historically considering things, he admires him the most. Yes, yes, absolutely. I think you also admire him the most, right? And I also. Okay, come on. Tell me some predictions over here. Tell me some prediction. Means what is your like move? What do you think like white will play? Which move do you think that white will play? Bishop b3 move I did not understand, to be honest. Like, why did he play bishop to d3, b3? I was even thinking of playing bishop b4, but he played this move. There must be some reason behind playing bishop to b3. What might be the reason? Who doesn't? Okay, rook d1 is your suggestion. Rook d1 is your suggestion. What might be Esipenko's idea? He wanted to play queen c4, that's why he played bishop b3. Katrina is his first wife. See, Vibhav has different knowledge. Vibhav has different knowledge. But by the way, Vibhav must be having this knowledge also. Who is Katrina's current husband? Who is her husband now? Katrina Lano. Okay, I'm really not understanding. Why did he play bishop b3? I'm curious. What might be idea of bishop to b3? Did he want to play queen to c4 or what? Why will anybody play bishop b3? Yeah, yes, that makes sense, queen c4. But even if you play queen c4, nothing is happening. No, this pawn is protected by queen and the bishop. So why this move? I don't think so. Queen c4 is his idea, because this pawn on f7 is very well protected. He doesn't need to do that thing. Okay, I think like rook d1 which Karthik was suggesting, maybe that is the idea, because after rook into d1 he can capture bishop into d1. Earlier, if rook d1 was played earlier, then rook into d1, queen into d1, then the e4 pawn was hanging. This pawn was hanging. Maybe this might be one of the ideas, that he wanted to support the d1 square with the bishop. Right? This might be one of the ideas, because earlier rook d1 was not possible. F4 must be prepared. Okay, F4 you think like, okay, rook d1. See, Karthik is bang on target today. Karthik, what did you eat today? Tell us. Yeah, your move is accurate. Absolutely perfect move. I think Bishop B3 idea was Rook D1. Idea was Rook D1. I figured it out. See, before he played the move, I figured it out. Fruit salad. Oh, nice. Okay, we'll get back to Vidit's game now. We'll see what Vidit is playing. Debaraj, Debaraj, I saw that you have registered 2 times. No, you have registered 2 times. That's why before because I did not send all the emails. Like some of the emails were sent by my friend also who uses the email. So I think maybe because you have registered 2 times, your name is there, so you don't need to send the Gmail. But you can reply to the email that you have done it. Okay, Deborah, just do that thing. Just reply to the email. Today's visuals are very clear. Kudos to your camera. Oh, really? Thank you. Isn't it clear every day, or today only it is clear? What is it about? Is it clear today only? I thought like it's clear every day. Hello, Dakshit Togani. Hello. I tried to register today for tournament but not possible. We will try it again. Every day is better. Today is best. क्या बात है? Thank you very much. I hope that you have liked the stream, guys. Whoever is new here, don't forget to like the stream, okay? Because let's reach 50 likes. Today we have not even reached 50 likes. We have been streaming since last 1 hour now. So Atul Bhai, if you ever play a world championship match, okay, now you know who your second should be. Yes, Karthik should be my second. I know this thing. And Karthik, you can be second for even if I don't play the world championship match, I will be playing in Europe or US, right? So you can be my second at that time. I will cook food for you. That will be your feast. Okay, Vidit's opponent is still thinking. I don't know what. Like, okay, Vidit is on the move. Vidit on the move. Before that, Rook E1 was played and Vidit's opponent thought for almost 20 minutes. Now it is Vidit's turn. It is Vidit's turn. Black Queen B4 followed by G5. Vidit is spending a lot of time on this move. Yeah, he needs to find out something good, right? He needs to find out something good because this is the positional nature of the game. And he needs to figure out what to do because he needs to plan something. One thing is there, if opponents gets this bishop on d5 square by any chance, okay, by any chance if the bishop comes on the d5 square, then white should be better. Means better means he should be fine in the position. So Vidit needs to stop that thing. So maybe Vidit is figuring out what he should do in order to stop that thing, and also how he can take the advantage of bishop on b1, which is awkwardly placed. Oh, sir, one of my friend already registered but unable to join group. He has sent request to join, sir. Please accept his request ID. Debaraj D God. Okay, I will check it out. Okay, I'll check it out. Rook 8 or Queen A5, which one is better? Okay. I might prefer Queen going on the A file. I might prefer Queen going on the A file. Maybe Queen A6 also good. Typically just preventing Rook A2 kind of threats also, because on A5 you are just supporting your pawn, nothing else. But on Queen A6 you are supporting or blocking many things. Vibho, you cannot join the group. You can just request to join the group, and our team will definitely accept your request. So don't worry about it. If you have filled up the form and if you are requested to join the group, your request will be accepted. maybe tomorrow or something like that, we will cross verify all the forms, and then we will definitely do, because we need to see whether age group they have submitted the age group certificate or not, or something like that. We need to check everything, right? We need to check everything. Yeah, d6 will fall. That's also okay. Okay, Debaraj, I will check it out. Okay, I'll check that out. So queen a6 is obviously d6 pawn is there. That's also there. Okay, I think Vidit is going to think. Let's also think. Let's suppose pawn, if the pawn falls, we have an idea. Okay, if the pawn falls, we have an idea. We can play knight c4, knight d2, and this bishop will be trapped. You can go back in this position and then knight d2. Now this is being attacked. The rook might come over somewhere, rook b2, and followed by rook to b1, rook to b8, and the b1 bishop will be falling in that case. This might be one of the ideas. This might be one of the ideas, right? So I think black will just win the bishop on b1 for sure. Going to start my practice with mouse for 3 minutes game, but I am very slow. Any tips for faster moves? Well, try to solve lots of tactics so that you will not be slow. Try to solve lots of tactics. It will help you. Aditya is also here. Good to have you, Aditya, here. And guys, do like the stream, okay? Your support is very important. Do like the stream, because if you like, then only we can grow as a channel, and your support is very much needed for us. सर टूर्नामेंट हम मोबाइल ऐप से खेल सकते हैं क्या chess.com के? No आदित्य, you cannot play on mobile app. You need to play on the laptop or computer or the browser. It's not allowed in chess.com to play on the application. Means the tournaments, it's not only my tournament, but any tournament you cannot play from application. I don't know whether you have checked it or not, but it's not allowed. Yes, Vidit's queen should stay on the queen side. That's true. That's true. So we will come back to Vidit's game after some time. Vidit is going to think, and maybe he will find out a great resource or something like that. So we will check out other games also here. Okay, knight d5, bishop to g5 was played in the game. Then e4 was played, queen a5 and king f1. Okay, he is going for the no castling thing. And it was forced also for white to play king f1 because there was no other option. Okay, on the board, opposite color bishops are there. The knight on d5 is well placed, but whenever the opposite color bishops are there, I feel like the side which is having the attack, usually you should prefer. So here what should white play? White might go for h4, and then he will try to bring the rook from this side, because king g1 can be played and the rook can come on this file very quickly. This might happen. Another idea is like the knight can also jump on e5 square, and then queen e2, and then black might get the chances like rook c8, f5, or yeah, f5 is also a very viable option. Yeah, this is also a very viable option. What do you think black will play? f5 directly, or do you think that he will play knight e5? Two options for you. Let's see. Two options for you: f5 or knight to e5. Which one do you think that black will play? Grischuk is thinking a lot today. Grischuk is thinking a lot. Means usually he thinks a lot only, because we have seen his previous tournaments also, where he used to come in time pressure just after 10 to 15 moves. He used to spend almost 1 hour or something in just first 15 moves. Knight e5 is Karthik's suggestion here. Okay, cool. Knight e5 followed by f5 can be one of the ideas. Let's say f5 is, Abhijit is saying f5. Let's suppose you play, and if you capture here, then knight e5 will be very strong. And no matter what you play, queen e2 or queen e4, knight into d3 will be played, because if you capture here, the knight on d5 will be hanging. This is the main problem. Oh, knight e5 is played on the board. Okay, Vidit played. Okay, Jitendra, thank you very much. We'll check out Vidit's game. Vidit has played, which move he has played? Let me refresh the page. And check that out. Okay, Vidit has played rook a8 finally. Okay, he is saying that, okay, I'm going to play rook a1. Maybe this is his idea, and this rook might come on the b8 square, then he will pressurize this bishop. Obviously we saw this thing that the knight c4 followed by knight d2 is always one of the ideas in black side, and this bishop will not be having any daylight. मान रंजित सिंह saying like hi sir, 8 August को होने वाला टूर्नामेंट मोबाइल से खेल पाएंगे हम लोग? No, you won't be able to play from the mobile because chess.com doesn't allow. Means that's their rules and regulations. Means not only my tournament, no other tournament you can play from mobile on chess.com, I mean to say. If you go to any like means chess.com application, you won't find any tournament there. Means you cannot play. You have to play from the browser. I'm talking about the mobile application, okay? I'm talking about the mobile application. Okay, guys, do like the stream. Let's make it 50 likes today. Okay? Help us, okay? Okay. What's going to be there here in this round? What's going to be there? Chess.com logo is there behind me, I think so. That's something which is happening. That's something which is happening here on the board. White bishop is trapped. No way. White action down. Yeah, white is kind of action down, or maybe piece down only. Why action down? It is just like the piece down position, nothing else, right? Guitar advice is also here. Good to have you here. Good to have you here. Keep liking the stream, okay? Keep liking the stream. Let's make it 50 likes very soon, because we want to reach 100 likes also. Black seems better, definitely black seems better, and we are waiting for Vidit's opponent to play, because Vidit has plenty of ideas in this position. He can bring the rook on a1, a3, and then he can try to bring the knight also on d2 square. Plus the rook can also on b8, and this bishop's future on b1 looks a little bit bad to me. Not that cool. Not that cool for white here. Okay, let's have a look at crazy game which we were looking at. Kostyuniuk's game was crazy because she played f5 and her opponent captured, and c4 is played, and then she played king e7. What on earth is going on in this position? Come on, man. The knight on e4 is hanging. She's not capturing this knight, okay? She's not capturing this knight. She is playing king to e7. What was the problem? Let's see what was the problem. Even if this is played, what was the problem? Oh, okay, I see. Like if you capture here, knight cannot move because bishop into a8 will be played. That is the thing. If you play knight to d4, let's suppose you play this thing, bishop into a8 will be played. This is what was happening. That's why she plays king to e7 in order to give the support to this bishop over here. That's the main idea in this position. But this is one of the craziest game which we are looking at in this match. Other games are going very cool, but this game is little bit different. They are playing something interesting chess, and Kostyuniuk and her opponents both are on fire. Okay, c5 has been played. They are not stopping at all. Okay, now bishop is being attacked. Maybe the bishop will go to a7 square or maybe a5 square, both possible squares, because she will definitely not give up the bishop on b6. She will definitely move it somewhere. f1, a7 or a5. And Gunina is in big time trouble, I guess so, because Kostyuniuk has more than 1 hour in the position, and Gunina is having only 14 minutes on the board, means on her clock. So she needs to play a little bit faster, I guess so. She needs to play a little bit faster. Okay, we guess so that Kostyuniuk is having slight better chances to win the game. Okay, we'll have a quick look at Goryachkina's game also, and in that game f6 was played. Knight into f5, e into f5, knight d3 comes back, rook e8, okay, rook c1 and rook e4. Okay, black seems to be having some decent chances because the d4 pawn is being attacked, plus f4 is also one of the threats which might happen on the board. And what can he do? She do? Maybe just capture here, so that f3 can be played, so, and the d4 pawn can also be supported. Okay, this might happen on the board. Let's see. come back to the Grischuk game. Grischuk game, knight e5 has been played. The queen is being attacked. We were already in this position, so I would like to change the board and go to this game. Okay, they exchanged the rooks. Bishop into d1, rook into d1, bishop into d1 happened. h4. Typical move by Carlsen. He is just trying to like cram this position on the king side so that the king will not come out in the game. This is a very typical idea, playing h4, queen to d3. Okay, trying to get control of the d file. Then he plays queen e6. Maybe this queen might go to a2 square if it's needed. If it's needed, it can go, because here it will be attacking 2 pawns straight away. This is also there, and if you move the b pawn, then f2 pawn will also be attacked. So queen a2 looks very stupid, but going away from the main action, but it looks good after some time. After some time it looks good. You can also ask me any question, or you can predict the moves. I'll have some food. How do you feel now, Atul bhai? I am feeling good. I am feeling good. Normal. Yesterday I had a very good sleep. I'm eating some rice. Some rice I'm eating. Because I need to have energy, right? Because yesterday I had a vaccine dose, so I was just sleeping last night. Yeah, yesterday I was feeling very tired and my hand was paining. That's why I stopped streaming after some time. But after that I just slept. My hand is still paining a little bit, but it's normal. Who is the best positional player? Top 3. Really? Okay. Carlsen is the best one. Then among until now, I think Karpov is the best in the world. Karpov and then Kramnik, you can say. Karpov and Kramnik are considered as one of the best positional players in the world. Time difference is awesome. 45 and 36, right? 45 and 30. So only 10 minutes difference is there. Okay, I'll just come back. Tigran Petrosyan, yeah, Tigran Petrosyan was also great, but okay. I'm talking about all-time great players. Tigran Petrosyan was also one of the best players, but I'm talking about all-time best players. Like Karpov is best player, obviously. Kramnik is also great. Vishy Anand is also considered as one of the best players. Because all these world champions now, I'll tell you one thing, like they are good at everything. That's why they are world champions. If you're not good at everything, then you cannot really become the world champion nowadays. Like nowadays, I'm saying like in last 20 years, players have evolved so much that they are good at everything, whatever they do. How to play positional? Well, Deepak, I will request you, or you can say, you should read some books written by Mark Dorotsky. Mark Dorotsky's positional play book is really awesome. And if you want to, can you tell me your rating, Deepak? Can you tell me your rating? Then I can suggest you a better book also. Means according to your rating, I can suggest you a book. I can suggest you. Or are you unrated? Please let me know about your rating. Means your playing skill. Your then I can suggest you. Because first of all, we need to understand the basic concepts. That's very important. Okay, we will quickly get to the other games also, because Svidler's game is also very interesting. Let's have a look at Svidler's game. Oh, nice. They have progressed a lot. we were talking about this thing, bishop to c4, we were around this thing, he captured here, and e5 finally he played. Rook to d8, we were looking at this position from the black side. Okay, 1705 rating online. Rushikesh Japtap, I am came here for attention, honestly. Okay. If you ask me any chess questions, definitely Rushikesh, you will be getting the answer. Definitely will getting the answer. Okay, coming to Deepak. Deepak, I think like you can start with logical chess move by move. That is considered as one of the best moves, best books, and nice books, you can say, which will definitely improve your positional understanding. And after that, you need to improve your sense of the things related to the game. Then you can, after studying that book, you can study Mark Dorosky's book, which he has written with Artur Resupo. So Artur Resupo books or Mark Dorosky books are like really great books for positional understanding. And another book is also there, like Silman's book is there, but it is about the imbalances. So that also you can study. Or you can, if you don't want to study, then obviously Sagar Shah's series is there about the imbalances. He has taken many lessons about imbalances. You can study that also. But imbalances are not exactly the positional chess. For positional chess, I will recommend logical chess move by move and Mara Dorosky book. Okay, knight e4. Now what to do with this bishop is there, and this pawn is being attacked by two pieces that I can see over here. But we don't need to worry about the pawn on c5. At least knight into c5 is not that cool, I guess so. One thing is that the bishop is also attacking the queen. Okay, this is also something which we need to consider. So I think queen needs to move. There is no way we can do it on a4. We cannot go. b5 is one of the ideas. And then after b5, what to do? Atul bhai, how can defended when opponent attack inside flank attack? Okay, flank attack. Well, flank attack in general, okay, Abhijit, in general, flank attack should be countered with the center breakthrough. That is what you should do. But all the time, center breakthrough is not possible. So usually it is said like you need to create counter attack. Means if your opponent is attacking on the queen side here, then you should try to attack on the king side. That is something which you try to do. Subramanya Vadlavani, I think you are completely behind somewhere. Please refresh your page. Please refresh your page so that you will be on the same page where we are. I think you are on some different game only altogether. And do like the stream, guys. We are very close to 50 likes. Don't forget to like the stream and support our channel. Okay. And do register for the tournament also, which is there. We are going to have a tournament, and I hope that you will be the part of the tournament. Okay, I think I will just have a quick break of 2 minutes and I'll come back. I'll bring some water. Rishit Nandai sir, your explanation is too good. Thank you very much, Rishit. Thank you very much. Okay, queen might just move to b5 square or a6 square. That's what we are expecting. But Svidler is thinking, okay, let Svidler think. We will move to other game. Martirosian versus Hike. Today, Martirosian just needs a draw. If he draws the game from the white side, then he will be in the 5th round. He'll be in the 5th round. So what to do about that thing? Should we just now knight e4 is played. Obviously the knight on c3 is being attacked. She's saying like queen c7 good. Queen c7 where? In the previous game you are talking about? Yeah, queen c7 can be played, but I feel like we should keep the queen. In the previous game, I felt like the queen should be there on this file. That's why I was not thinking about queen c7, because if your queen is there, then maybe rook c8 can be played at some point. Queen a6, the thing is that queen c5 will not be played because of rook c8. And if knight c5 is played, which is a viable option, then we can typically attack the knight maybe of queen b5. If the knight moves back in this position, then we can play bishop b3 followed by rook to d1. This is also possible, right? And white will be in trouble in that case somehow. So that's why the thing is that queen should be there somewhere here, not on c7. Okay, let's see what he is going to play. We will wait. As I was talking, I mean Tabatabai's game, knight e4 and the knight on c3 is being attacked. Maybe I think white just needs to capture it, and black is having plenty of space. Plus, this bishop is not in the game. This bishop is there, so maybe bishop f1 might be played in future. And if that thing happens, then it will be interesting to watch how black is going to progress in the position, because still is king is quite behind. King needs to come up on the board like king f7, king e7, king d6. That is one of the ways to bring the king in the game. Otherwise, I don't think so there is any way he can bring the kings in the game. Yeah, with this game we already saw. With this game, with it is rook e8. Okay, queen g3 went back. Okay, queen g3 went back. Maybe with it can now the c3 pawn is being attacked. This is the first thing we should always see about the check, capture, and threat on the board. Like, is there any capture? Is there any threat? Is there any check on the board? So this is the capture which might happen on the board. So black needs to pay attention to c3 pawn. Three ways are there. One thing is like obviously rook c8 is one of the ideas, but maybe with it may need the rook on b8 square. So he might just play queen b4 followed by rook to b8 with the idea like that. Or his rook should be there on this file. We know this thing. So rook a3 is also something which he can play. But I don't think so he will engage the rook on a3 to support the pawn on c3, because he wants his rook to be there on a1 square. So maybe queen b4 followed by rook to b8 and rook a1. This might be one of the ideas on the board. So we'll see what Vidit is going to play. We'll definitely get to know about it after some time. Okay guys, I'll just have a quick 2 minutes break. I'm going to come back. Tomorrow is lot of more tiebreaker game. Today's max game will be drawn. Yeah, Abhijit, I also think so that the games might be drawn today. Maybe it might happen. Okay. Yeah, so I'll come back. Before I come back, I hope that we will reach 50 likes. Okay, do like the stream. I'll come back just 1 minute. Okay, I'm back. Jay Chandran Nair is saying, how do you feel today after vaccination, Atul? Today I'm feeling good. I'm feeling good today. Yesterday only I was not feeling that cool, so I took rest yesterday. Means I streamed for 2 hours or something, but after that I thought like I should take rest. So I just had my dinner yesterday and I just slept. So today also I'm not talking that much. I'm keeping my energy and eating also something in between. I also drinking water and all. So that's why I'm a little bit less energetic today. But that's fine, I think so. Okay, Rook C8 he played. We were not expecting this thing from Vidit, but okay, he played. We were talking about Queen B4 maybe. He played Rook C8. He's saying like I don't want to do. Opponent played King to H2 in this position. What's going to happen? What's going to happen here? And by the way, I have even done this thing. I have even done this thing like what do you call? Today highlights. Did you watch any highlights which I done? Okay, let's see. Queen Rook A3. He is playing very rock solid chess. Rock solid chess. King to H2 and Queen B6 and Rook C8. Chaitanya Badania. Hello Chaitanya, good to have you here. Good to have you here. Let's check if this game is also happening here. I'll just check it out. This game also. Nihal's game also. I'll check it out. Nihal is playing where? Where is he playing? Let's check it out. Nihal's game. If he is playing. Nihal's game is not there somehow. Okay, fine. BL. Okay, I was not able to find. At what time BL starts? What time BL starts? It's not there actually. Okay, fine. So Rook A3 and he is still thinking. I'll check out other games also. I'll check in. I want to check what happened in Kostyuk game. Oh, Alexandra Sadak. Oh, she won this game. Gorachkina won this game and she is through to the fifth round. She is through the fifth round. What happened in this game? We'll have a quick look. We'll have a quick look. It started with this London system and then Bishop F5. Knight came here. She just played this thing. Castle Bishop into C6, B6, Knight C4, Queen A6, Knight E3, Knight D5 and F6. We were around this position. When Rook E4 came, we were talking about this D4 pawn being a little bit weak. Then Rook E2, interesting. Knight D5 comes here. This bishop is not doing that good job. And she just captured here. Because of some obvious reason, if Queen into C2 is played, can you tell me what will you play? This was a typical move. This was a... Rook C2 was a big blunder. It shouldn't have been played. Rook C2 was the sudden big blunder. And suddenly Black won the game after Rook into C2. Why did she resigned? Can anybody tell me in the chat? Come on, tell me. Let's see whether you can tell me this thing or not. This is a typical tactical mistake, and this mistake by an international master is not expected, especially in normal chess, because she was having plenty of time. I hope so that she might be very dejected after this move. But can anybody tell me? Queen F1, exactly. Chaitanya, exactly. Queen into F1. And then king into F1, knight E3 check will be there. Yes, exactly. You are very smart. And the king will come here and black will be just rook up in that case. Yes, correct. So see, this is what I talk about. Like anything can happen, anybody can make mistakes, and a 2400 plus player, almost 2500 plus player in normal rating, played rook to c2 in this position. She completely missed this X-ray attack. Actually, the thing is that she missed this queen into f1 maybe because the rook was there on e2 square. And once the rook is there on e2 square, we don't see this attack, right? Maybe this is one of the things why she missed this thing. She shouldn't have played rook c2. This was one move blunder. One move blunders are always very painful. I have been through that thing and it's not at all cool. Means you feel so much burdened, at least for 1 or 2 days. You just keep on thinking about that thing. Means it happens, like unless and until you play a good game on the next day, you won't feel good. But in World Cup, you won't be able to play the next game, I think. Sadukasova will feel this blunder many times because it just got her eliminated from the World Cup. Very sad, but okay. Bishop to a5 was played, queen to a1, attacking this bishop. Now bishop needs to move, maybe bishop to b4. But she's IM sir. She is 2483 rating. Yeah, anyone can be IM, right? If your rating is more than 2400, you can become an IM. If your rating should be more than 2400. It's the game of blunders. It's never like that. Chess is not the game of blunders, but chess is a mysterious game. That's what I will say. Okay, now bishop into c6, bishop into c6, queen into a5, and this will be played. What do you think about this thing? Opposite color bishops will be there on the board, but then queen into c7 is also coming. Then bishop to d7 should be played, and then bishop into e5 will come. See, this is what I think. Capture, capture, and then this is captured. Then this is being captured. If you capture here, then first check, and what will you do? Rook d7, then queen into e5 is coming. This also there. Or maybe you can just capture on e5 also first. White should be having good position because the king is exposed. This is what I think. Is there anything else he can play? Queen into c6 is also there. Yeah, queen into c6 is also there. If queen into a5, then we can play f into e4. Because again, if we capture here, then this check can come. Maybe this is a possibility. So if you don't want to give up the pawn on c7 square, then I think you need to capture with f into e4 in that case. Queen d8, queen f6 may happen in Vidit's game. 93, draw maybe. Yeah, miss, we'll check it out. And in the game, actually, this thing happened on the board. This thing happened on the board, I think so. This is there on the board. Okay, coming back to Vidit's game. Rook e3 has been played on the board here. Okay, you are talking about queen to d8 and queen f6. Okay, why do you want to go here on this side of the board? I don't understand. Like, this queen is doing good job here, right? Why do you want to play the queen here? Oh yeah, I think Vadlamani, you are like quite behind in the like on the video. You are lagging a lot. I think you should refresh your page, or maybe your internet is very slow today. Maybe that's the case. Maybe that's the case. Okay, he played queen b4, supporting the pawn on c3 square. He is not allowing any kind of attacking possibilities here. Maybe now knight c4, attacking the rook, followed by knight d2 is the threat now from Vidit's side. This is something which I feel like might be played on the board. Knight c4 followed by knight to d2. Chaitanya, well, the c3 pawn was attacked. No, c3 pawn was attacked. So first c3 pawn should be protected, and then after that you can go for some other things. After that you can go for other things. Vidit should pawn lift. Pawn lift or what? Okay, f4, knight c4 definitely on the board. Knight c4 and knight d2. This bishop is in trouble. The bishop is in trouble. Yeah. Knight c4. I think Vidit will be in the 5th round. He is going to win this game for sure. 100% guaranteed. This bishop can never come back in the game. Vidit is going to win for sure. 101%. Vidit is going to win. What do you think, guys? What do you think? Yes, Vidit has enough advantage to win. Back rank danger? No, I don't think so. Back rank danger is there. Like this rook is there, no, on the back rank. This rook will not go anywhere. If this rook is there always on this side of the board, then there will not be any problems. The thing is that this rook will come on a1 square, the knight will come on d2 square, and the bishop on b1 will be... oh, he played queen g4. He's attacking the rook over here. I think rook needs to be moved. Maybe he'll play simple move. Rook f8. Idea is to play rook g3, I think so. Idea is to play rook g3. Then what she should do? g6 needs to be played after rook to g3. That's the only thing which I feel in this position. That's the only thing which can be played. I think Vidit might just play rook b8 also. Rook g3, g6, f5 will be played. But even if you capture here, f5, the moment you play knight e5 can always come back. So no need to worry about that thing. No need to worry about that thing. Rook b8 followed by knight to this thing, or even we don't even need to play anything. We can just play rook a1 and we can capture the bishop on b1. That is something which can happen. We just need to take care of the king over here on g8 square. If we take care of the king on g8 square, then it's fine. Then that's completely fine in this position. So Vidit is going to win. That's what I think. Okay, let's have a look at other games also, because Vidit is going to think for a while, I guess so. So let's see what is happening in Carlsen's game. Queen f6 has been played on the board, and okay, this game looks very equalish. These two bishops are defending against everything in the position, and it looks very equal. Very equal. What do you think? What do you think? Rook cb8. Yeah, rook b8 is one of the ideas in the position. Bishop f3 has been played on the board because e4 pawn is now protected. Another thing is that this bishop was attacking on f2. This queen was also attacking on f2. So now after bishop to f3, this bishop on e1 can move up to the board via d2 and e3 and can put some pressure over there on this diagonal. This might happen on the board. What's your opinion? Let's have a quick look at Sasha's game also. Oh, nice. We were around this position. King f1 was played, knight e5, queen e2, f5 was played in the board. We are talking about f5 first or knight e5 first, but here knight e5 followed by f5 is played, and he goes for h4, attacking the bishop. He plays f into e4, h into g5. Of course, knight into d3, or okay, knight into d3 will be played because into d3 is not possible because queen into e5 will be played in that case. So knight into d3, and then maybe queen into e4. Should we play queen into e4? No, queen into e4 is not possible. f2 is being attacked. What should white play? What should white play? Knight is also attacked. Oh, amazing, amazing, amazing. Here, the idea can be knight f6, gf6 and queen e4. That has to just give this check and it's a mate. So what will he do? He might just capture queen into g5 and then queen into d3. Everything is protected by like this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 pawns are there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 4 pawns are there. But the idea of rook h3, rook g3 is there. So black needs to play carefully in this position. Rook a d8 might be played. Then rook h3. Idea is to play here. But king g h8. Then rook g3. Queen needs to move. Maybe on h5 square. So that this kind of things will not come on the board. Rishikesh Jagtap is saying h7, h6. Where are you talking about, Rishikesh? What are you talking about? Okay. This is the typical amazing position. What happened in Svidler's game? I'm a little bit curious about that game also. What happened in Svidler's game? Let me check. Oh, Svidler lost the game. Oh my god. How did he lose the game? He lost the game? E5, we were around this thing. And rook to d8. Rook into d8. Rook into d8. h5 was played. Okay. And then bishop into a2, h into g6, h into g6, knight e4. We are around this position. Queen b6 was played. Bishop h4. Okay. This knight is going to give this check over here. That is the first threat we can see. Rook to d4. Knight f6 check. King f8. Oh my god. Bishop to f2. And suddenly the game is over. There are typical mating patterns are there. This check is coming. The rook cannot move. Action down position. Oh, he lost the game just because knight f6 check. Suddenly this move came as a big surprise. Knight e4 followed by bishop h4. What he should have done? What he should have done? Queen b6 here and then knight rook d4, knight f6, and suddenly he's just in bad position. Action down position for sure. He played queen into f6, but queen c5 check. Oh my god. Then he's this rook is also going very bad. Okay, this check. If you play rook to d8, then this check is coming. The point is like if you play this, then check this, and then bishop d4 check is coming. If you play this thing, then obviously we can capture here and then the queen will be lost, or you can even go for a checkmate here. You can go for a checkmate. Very sad. Very sad. I was not thinking that Svidler will just lose the game so early. Shankland, I was hoping for him. Shankland, we were hoping. Okay, Shankland is also very strong. Very, very strong player. And I read his Facebook post all the time. And he always writes down like how much he has worked on his game with Jacob Agard, and Jacob Agard always talks about him that he has worked tremendously hard in last few months, and that's what it is showing here. That's what it is showing, like how much he has worked very, very hard. Amazing player, amazing player. And he knocked out yet another player. He's winning one game after another, and now he is already in the 5th round. So he is the first player to be there in the 5th round. Wow. And Vidit might be another player. Vidit might be another player. Let's get back to Vidit's game. Martiros can also be another player. He just needs one draw. And this position, I don't think so. He's going to lose. 4-5 pawns are like, they are completely blocked here. How can black win this position? I think Tabatabaei is going to be there. He will be knocked out in this game. He will be knocked out for sure. Pradeep Kumar, how is Vidi game going on? Yeah, we will check out Funny Kumar Pulela Svidler game rook c4 not an option. Yeah, means what can we say? Like it was difficult position for him. Svidler's position was difficult because his king was very badly placed here. The knight was there, the bishop was also there, so it was not that easy for Svidler in that position. And this position, I think Martiros will definitely manage to draw this game. Maybe he might get some chance to play e5, d5, d5, and then he might try this thing. That might be one of the options. Yeah, Tabatabaei might be knocked out. Okay, we'll check out what is happening with our legend. g6, okay, this is what we were talking about. Rook b8, rook g3, and g6 has been played by Vidit. We were around this position when we were talking about. Sir, how can we avoid blunders? Well, that's a very difficult question, Rushikesh. Only means even if you practice, you can still make a blunder. The thing which I feel from my personal experience, like we have to be alert on the board, extremely alert on the board, because mistakes or blunders can happen by anyone. It is all because of lack of concentration, and if you miss, means blind spots are there for many people, and it happens. There is no way. If you are like always focused, then only it can be avoided. Otherwise, it's next to impossible. Yeah, with it, we are looking at with this game only. We are looking at with this game only. Oh wow, we are very close to 50 likes. Do like the stream, guys. Okay. I hope that you will definitely like the stream. If you are not liked it till now, do help our channel. Okay. We are streaming every single day. We are streaming every single day. And I hope that you are enjoying my commentary. We have activated our channel. We have activated our channel after long time, and it's going good, I think so. The amount of time you are spending with me, you are supporting the channel. Thank you very much for all the love and support until now, I must say. Oh, knight d2. Vidit has played knight to d2. The bishop on b1 will be lost very soon. It cannot be protected. f5 move has been played. Maybe white can play f6 and try to play queen here and here. But in that case, whenever the queen comes here, I think this move will come, d5. If this is captured, then queen f8 is the idea. Queen f8 is the idea. This is something which might happen. Or maybe queen c5 followed by queen e5 is also there, so that he can just capture the pawn on f6. This is also a possibility on the board which might happen. Vidit is dominating for sure. Vidit is dominating for sure. Yeah, Vidit is winning. Vidit OP should be there if he manages to win in this next 10 moves. I think the game is going to last for maybe 10 moves if opponent doesn't keep on playing. Vasif Dubarbayli has played awesome chess until now. Okay, I think f6 will be played. F6 will be played, and Vidit needs to defend against this threat of queen h6. So two options are there. One thing is there that he can play queen c5 followed by this, or maybe he can play queen to d4 and just attack this pawn. But in that case, maybe this will be played. He wants to come here, and this, he will try to exchange the queens. Maybe queen f4 is not that cool. Queen h4 will be played. But after queen to h4, whenever he tries to come here, queen into f6 will be played. So Vidit doesn't need to worry about anything. He is just going to win the knight over here. Can he just capture? Okay, if he goes for the capture, then that is also fine. He can capture and capture. He will be piece up in that case. And if this is played, he can play queen e5. Okay, I don't think so he can do anything about this thing, because even if capture, rook d3, rook d1, rook a1, this knight is coming back in the game. I think game is getting over very soon. Okay, I just want to check what is happening in Martirosian game. King d2, they are playing. Maybe e5 will be played. After e5, d into e5, knight into e5. He is definitely having some more chances, because this knight on f1 is very awkwardly placed. That's the main thing. So Tabatabaei is definitely having some chances in this position. If he manages to plant the knight somewhere on d3 square, the pawn on f2 will be attacked, and then he might just try to bring the king up with king e5, d4, capture, and then he will try to bring the king on c3 square. If the king comes on the c3 square, then the king will just capture the b3 pawn also. That is also something which might happen. f5 happened, yeah, in that game f5 happened, but this is the game I am talking about. Black might get some chances to play over here. Knight e4 is what you are suggesting earlier. In Vidit's game, you are talking about which game? So now this game is over. This game is also over. So Sasha's game is still there. Sasha's game is still there, or no? It's over. It's still there, I think. Yeah. Grischuk game against Duda. Queen d4. Oh, Queen e4 he played. Queen into e4. At g5, knight into d3, Queen into e4. Oh, okay. Knight f6. Here, if you capture, then what is going to happen? Okay, if you can capture here, king g1 will be played, but he played queen d2. Further attacking queen into f2 is a check and mate. Queen into f2 is a check and mate threat, so we have to support against that threat. What to do here? Let's refresh the page. It's very exciting. Is it really exciting? Sasha has 3 minutes only. Yeah, he has very less time. The pawn on f2 is being attacked here, and I don't know what he should do to support this pawn. Okay, let's start with the checks. Okay, let's start with the check from white side. One check is there, queen check is there, knight e7 check is also there, because we should always find out. I think queen e6 is more forced check. Now if king h8 is played, then we can draw the game with rook h6, gh6, queen h6, king g8. This is the draw we can go for. This is the draw we can go for. Or should we play this check? But king f7 will be played in that case. Oh, nice. G6 check is coming and the queen will be lost. But what? I don't think so. Okay, rook into f2 is there. Capture. This might be possible. 1 2 3 1 2 3 4. King f6, and we'll capture this pawn. Rook d8, king e2, capture. I think white should be better. This rook will definitely capture this pawn. That might happen. So I think I'm going too fast. These many exchanges might not even happen. If he doesn't go there, maybe rook f7 is one of the moves, but knight e7 check is possibility. If king f8, then knight g6. The game can be drawn like this. If king h7 is played, then typical check, and then this checkmate will be happening. So queen d2, and they are still thinking in this position. Okay, Bacrot's game. Let's have a quick look at Bacrot's game. 1 2 3 4 pieces are there. 1 2 3 4 pieces are there. 1 2 3 4 5 6. 1 2 3 4 5 6. 6 pawns are there. This knight is there, but it can always be kicked away with b4 move. It can always be kicked, but the moment you try to kick it, you are opening up some of the ways here. This kind of things are there, plus the bishop on c4 will also be attacked. but b4 is a considerable option. But b4, okay, another thing is also there, that this rank will also be opened up, so maybe he'll not go for that thing. Today there is very slow thing is going on in the chat. What happened today to you guys? What happened today? We are having very less crowd, maybe because the Indian players are not there, or what's the issue today? There are very few people are there who are active in the chat. Do let me know, and I'll be there to help you guys. Okay, and do like the stream also if you are there. Okay, I was writing down something. I'm back now. Okay, I'm back. I have some messages here from you. Sorry for, I was writing down something. Hi Dahale sir, अपना विदित जीतेगा. Yes, Vijay Pal Vidit will definitely win today. Vidit will definitely win. And we were looking at Vidit's game only, and his opponent was thinking. That's why we are thinking about other things. But this is the position on the board which is there, and his opponent is thinking here. Disappointed with Olympics, bad day for India. Well, I have not checked it. I am streaming here, so I did not check it. Sir, have you got this time to consider for Zek work and paid members content? We like your analysis. Funny Kumar Pulela, I will definitely do it. But right now, yesterday only you commented, and yesterday I took the vaccine, so I had to stop my stream because I was damn tired because of the vaccine. Today I'm feeling good, but maybe after a few days I'll definitely think about it. I'm going to start with, as I already mentioned about this thing in my streams also, I'm going to start with the, after this World Cup, I'll be starting with the opening series, which I'll definitely do it. and with paid members content, I need to check it out how to activate that thing, because I have not checked out how to start the membership. So once I figured that out, I'll definitely do it also. But even if that's not there, I can definitely just post the video. Okay, I'll definitely post a video, but you need to wait for a while, because World Cup is going on, and right now we are focusing on we need to think. After analysis, it is long way to go. Grischuk game, I thought like it is a clear cakewalk for him. No, 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 no. Okay, this Vidit's game, Dubarbayli is thinking. So we'll come back to Vidit's game after some time. If his opponent plays any move, let me know. But here the game is okay. We were talking about this thing only, that the king will be pushed behind, the knight will be coming on d3 square, and that's exactly what happened on the board. He captured here and the knight came on d3 square, and white needs to play very accurately. The thing is that now d4 will be played, and if this capture comes, then the king will be coming on c3 square, followed by b3 pawn will be under attack. He can always capture that pawn with knight c5, knight into b3, and black will be dominating. So Tabatabaei is fighting back here in this game. That's what I will say. Tabatabaei is fighting back, and well, he is having some interesting chances. He's having some interesting chances over here. The end game, in the end game, I'll just see this thing from the black side also. Black is having lots of space advantage. This is the main thing why black is preferred in this position. Plus the knight is also very well placed on the 6th rank, you can say on the 3rd rank here in this case, in the opponent's camp. And Stenis used to say this thing, that if your knight lands in opponent's camp like this, and if it's supported by the pawn, the way it is supported by this e pawn, then you can say that okay, you are definitely having a great position. And he also said this thing, that if he gets that kind of a position in the middle game, okay, then he can go to sleep and the game will be won itself by the knight. That much he was confident about the knight on d3 square. So these things are very interesting to see, like how players play, how players handle this kind of positions, and there is a lot to learn also from this kind of games. That's why I am streaming. This is like the win-win situation. You are also learning something with me, I am also learning something in this case, and it's fun, right? It's fun. If Tabatabaei drawn, he also lost. Yeah, if Tabatabaei draws this game, then it will be out. But I think Tabatabaei is having good position. He might convert this game into a win. It is not a bad position for him. He is definitely having more chances than Martirosian. His pawn is going to come up, and we have seen this thing in Hari Krishna's games also, where Tabatabaei actually played really well in the end game. So this is also something like that, because we saw in the first end game which he had against Hari Krishna, he kind of outplayed him, and in the second game also he defended very nicely despite being one pawn down. So we know this thing from our previous experience, that Tabatabaei is a very strong end game player. He plays the end game quite well. He plays the end game quite well. Guys, do like the stream also, okay? If you are there, if you are listening to me, don't forget to like the stream and support the channel. And if you are new here, you can definitely subscribe to the channel also, if you are new here by any chance, okay? Rohit Kumar saying like, hello, why 14 dislikes lols? That happens sometimes. Well, Rohit Kumar, I just want to tell you that that thing is happening since last 3 days. Someone comes and he dislikes the stream 20 times or something like that in just 5 minutes, and then he leaves. It is happening since last 3 days. We have earned some hater, I guess so. That is a big achievement, I guess so, because it means that you are doing something good. If people are jealous about you or something like that, because I know that I'm doing a good job. I'm trying to stream and giving my time to chess and everything. I think I'm doing good job, and I'm happy with it. I'm happy with it. Okay, let's have a look at Vidit's game. Knight d2, and after that they are not at all doing anything. They are not played anything in this position. After knight d2, it's like he has just frozen. Okay, finally he played queen to f4. Finally he's putting what is he trying to do? Maybe he just want to come here and then this. I think Vidit needs to play queen c5 as we talked about earlier, because if f6 played at any point, he should be ready to play queen e5. Mohammad Adib Mirza, hello, good to have you here. Okay, here if queen c5 and queen e5 is played, then I think it should be, he should be ready. He should be ready to come back on this side of the square. Yeah, he played queen d4. He is just getting ready with the queen e5 move. If f6 is played, then queen e5 will be played. And then if queen at 6, something like that happens on the board, then obviously the position will be kind of good for him. And if the queens are exchanged, of course the game will be just over. So white will not definitely exchange the queens. White will just try to keep the queens on the board, and white will continue playing the game. White will just continue playing the game. That is something which is there. Rohit Kumar, someone targeted you. Never mind, people know you are doing great, and we are grateful having you. Thank you very much, Rohit Kumar. Thank you very much for the appreciation. Queen to d4, and then what to do here in this position? I think Vasif is not going to last for some more time. Maybe after 10. I already predicted the game will not last for 40 moves unless and until Vasif just keeps on playing with piece down or something like that, because the bishop on b1 cannot be prevented by any cost. Like the rook on b8 is there, which is just going to capture this thing. The knight is also there, right? And the bishop is going to fall. He is hoping only for one thing, that the checkmate threats will be there. The checkmate threats will not be there. I think rook g4 and rook h4 might be played here. That is something which might happen. This is something which might be there. But whenever you play rook to g4, let's suppose you play this move, we can always play queen to e5 square. Then what are you going to play? If queen at 6, then queen can come back on g7 square, and it's not going to help him, I guess so. So Vasif is in big trouble because this bishop is falling. Plus he doesn't have any attacking possibilities because queen is there to control on this diagonal. So queen d4 was in a way a very good move for Vidit here, which he played. And now we'll see. We'll see what's going to happen after some time. Okay, the game between Duda and Krzystof, and where is the game? Duda and Krzystof and Alexander Grischuk game is drawn. Oh, nice. We were talking about this thing only, that queen e6 check will be given, and then this will be a check to draw. That happened exactly like that. The game is just drawn. So Sasha and Duda are going to be playing in the tie breaks now. They are going to play in the tie breaks very soon, means tomorrow. And then Carlsen also drew his game. Oh, interesting. Carlsen also drew his game. What did happen? Bishop e2. We were around this position. Queen bishop f3. Oh, they drew like this. So both the games in Carlsen and Esipenko went on to the draw, and Carlsen is going to take on Esipenko in tomorrow's tiebreaks now. That's quite sure. And we are hoping that what will happen, like here Shankland already won the game very nicely, very nicely. He won the game very nicely. Maxim Vichar Lagrev and Sergey Karjakin already drew the game. So now two more important games are there. Okay, here what's the issue? One, two pieces, one, two, three pieces are there. 3 pawns against 4 pawns are there. Okay, white is having one extra piece. That's the thing. White is having one extra piece. Rook a5. What he can do here? Adib Mirza is saying I want to change it. What do you want to change, by the way? Adib Mirza, what do you want to change? What do you want to change? Can you please let me know? What do you want to change? Okay, we'll come back to Vidit's game. Oh, nice. They have made some moves over here. Here, h into g6, h into g6 plus rook g5 is played so that he can stop queen e5 move, so that he can stop this thing. Okay, what's happening if we go for rook captures here? We can just capture the rook, means if we can just capture the piece, right? Without any issue. Oh, rook d5 will be played and the d6 pawn will fall in that case. But that's kind of okay, right? No, I don't think so. It's okay. Like if we come here, then this, oh, there are some certain threats are there. So no need to give him any chance. After this, rook to g5. I think what should we do? The rook d5 followed by rook into d6 is the threat. We can even think about capturing the pawn on e4. This is also one of the moves which can be played. First rook a4 and this will be captured. If rook d5, then queen into d5 is the threat, because if we capture, then the rook will be capturing the queen. Rook will be capturing the queen. That's one of the thing which might happen. Interesting play. He played a good move. Rook to g5. He played a good move. Now we'll wait for a while, and another move can also be there. Rook a1. Just going for this thing because yeah, he played rook a1 because now rook d5. If you play, then you can definitely just capture the pawn on e4, because if you capture here, still the bishop cannot really go anywhere because it is just being captured. And if the queens are exchanged from the board, then black doesn't need to worry about anything, right? He will just piece up in this position. He has just 2 pawns plus c3 pawn is also there, so Vidit is just going to win this game if the queens are exchanged. So let's see now the d5 is, I think his opponent might just resign because he's having just the bishop is trapped from so long. Yes, that bishop is trapped since long time. That's there, the bishop is trapped since long time. And I think Vidit is going to just win this game. He cannot do anything else, I think so. Why not Indian Chess Federation provide chess ratings? Well, chess ratings are provided by World Chess Federation. No, Indian Chess Federation is the part of the world body, because rating is international rating, not Indian rating. Means in US you can get USCF rating, means US Federation's rating. Like that in India they have not started the rating yet, because it's not needed, right? In India, I'll just tell you that there are highest number of registered players in the world. Means India has highest number of registered players. So India already has plenty of rated players. So sometime back, why white rook cannot go to d6 from rook b6, where it was like that, rook d5 and queen into e4. This is there on the board. Now Vasif is having only 26 seconds, 26 seconds. Rook into g6, rook into g6. Well, if you capture on g6, then this pawn is there. No, what's the problem? The pawn is there, no issues for that thing, no issues for that thing. Okay, he is having queen into d6 was played on the board. I'll just refresh the page so that the moves will be coming quickly for us. Now what should Vidit do? What should Vidit do? Should he just capture here? He can just capture. I think this check is not going to harm him that much. This check is not going to harm him. He can even just capture rook a into b1. If rook into b1, then he can just capture here also. He'll be piece up in that case. All he needs to do just take care of queen d8. If he give the check, then king g7 will be played. There is no other check, and if there is no check, then knight f1 check is there. If the king goes behind, then knight e3 check followed by queen into g2 is there. Let's suppose you capture here, capture here, capture here, and even if you give the check, king comes here. And if you play some stupid move, okay, let's suppose you play this move, then this check, whatever you play, then we can give the check also. King comes here, and then this check, and then this is a check and mate. So there are mating possibilities which are there on the board. And let's see how Vidit is going to finish off his opponent now. Let's see. We'll wait for this game to get over now. This is important for us. Mahesh, I'm not understanding where you are talking about exactly. So I can't really say anything about that thing. Vidit is actually, I think Vidit is going to wait. Vidit is just going to wait for his opponent to design. Rook A into B1. And okay, he is playing. He's playing. Vasif is playing. Dubarbayli is playing. The move has not yet been updated or what? Let me refresh the page until the move is updated. Oh, he played rook d4. Okay, fine. Rook d4 is played. Queen is being attacked. But he can just play queen e2 also, I guess so. Just attack this pawn. Knight f3 check is there. Or even knight f1 check is also there. Knight f1 check is also there. There is one thing that he can try, rook h4 and queen f6, but that's unlikely to happen. Guni 47. Hello Guni, good to have you here. Good to have you here. When white rook was g6, that time, sir, leave it as the game moved much ahead. Yeah, the game has moved. I don't understand what you're talking about also. You should tell me the move number, then maybe Mahesh, I can talk about it. But unless and until you tell me the move number, I won't understand that thing. Now, the rook on d1 is attacked, plus the queen is also here. Queen c7, he is of course not capture anything, but okay, this rook is hanging, but we can just capture rook into d1. If this captures, then is, or he can just play his rook also, that is also a possibility. There can be a forced exchange. Rook c8 can force the exchange of rook d8, because if you move the queen, then the rook on d1 will be hanging. Rook c8, rook d8, rook d8, queen d8, check. King comes on g7 square. If this queen d4 check, then queen f6. I think everything is protected. Yeah, everything is protected. Rook d2, then capture. Black will be having one extra piece over there, extra rook, and it should be enough. Oh, he captured on d1. He captured on d1. That's the position on the board. It is coming a little bit late, I guess so, but I think he captured on d1. He captured it on d1 square. Yeah. Still the moves are not there, but I think it will definitely come on the board. Rook into d1, queen into b8, and the position is typically lost because knight f1 check is also coming. So Vidit is going to win. Vidit is going to win the game very soon, and once Vidit wins, we will be relieved, I guess so. Then 5th round tomorrow will be the tie breaks, so we can even think about taking some break from the tie breaks, because we want to stream about Vidit. Vidit is our star. We just want to stream about him. Other players, okay, maybe we can stream for a while, but about Vidit, I would like to stream every single day. I want Vidit to reach till the final. Guys, do you have any questions? Do let me ask. Okay, do ask me any questions if you have, because the games are getting over very soon now. The games are getting over, and here Vidit is still thinking. Vidit is still thinking. He's playing very calm chess, I think so. Calm and composed. Oh, Vidit has played the move, but okay, queen to b6 he played. Okay, queen b6. Vidit wants to exchange the queens at any point, any cost. Now this is being attacked, plus this is also attacked. So he needs to do something. If queen d7 something like this you play, I'll just capture here. Vidit is saying like that. And if you capture queen into b6, of course he will just capture here. The rook is not going anywhere. You can capture it here, but then knight into b1 will be played. Yeah. Oh, the game is over. Vidit's opponent just resigned here after queen to b6. I think like he doesn't have any chances. Like he understood this thing, and his time was very low. So instead of just continuing, so Vidit is in the final. Like Vidit is in the, yeah, Vidit won. Vidit won. So Atul sir, are you saying no possibility of a draw here? No, there was no possibility. Hella bored. Kid, what happened? We did just finished his game. We were waiting for his game to get over. Now other games are also getting over. Only Martirosian game is still going on and they are thinking, and Fedoseev game is also going on, but I think those games will be drawn and Martirosian will be going to the 5th round. So one good news for Indians is like yeah, thank you very much for joining here. Vidit has won, so typically I just wanted to stream till Vidit wins the game. I was waiting for his game. It was a very long game, I must say. So, but it was fun. Vidit OP, with whom Vidit will play in the next round. Well, Vidit will play against a player between Duda and Krzystof or Alexander Grischuk. So they have drawn their games today. They will be playing the tiebreaks tomorrow. So maybe we'll just try to stream about their games, because the opponent who is going to play is not yet decided, Grischuk or Duda and Krzystof. So we'll see what happens tomorrow. And Vidit OP should be there in the chat, guys. Vidit OP should be there. And thanks for being there. Thanks for being with me in this stream. And I really had good time with all of you. I hope you also had some good time with me. Yeah, OP everybody knows here, I guess so. Whoever has said OP means everybody knows. So thank you very much, Sahin Mirza also. Thank you, Joe. Thank you for joining. And before I leave, I want to check whether Nihal's game is there. I just want to check if Nihal's game is there. Okay, Nihal's game, I think it's not there. I just want to check if Nihal's game is there. I would like to just have a look at Nihal's game, but I think so it's not happening here. Okay, fine. It was fun to be there with you. That's what I will say. And Vidit has won the game very nicely. So let's see what happens tomorrow. Will Duda and Krzystof will play, or Grischuk will play against Vidit? We are going to find out. And the games will be interesting, because Magnus Carlsen is also going to play in the tie breaks. Then Bacrot is going to play in the tie breaks. Plus we know MVL and Sergey Karjakin is also going to play in the tie break. Only this game is there which I feel like might end in Black's favor. If Black wins this game, Tabatabaei wins this game, then I think he will also force the tie breaks here. So most of the games will be in tie break. And other game which is there means only Shankland and Svidler game was really awesome, which he has played. Really great game. I would like to, I will try to analyze this game also today and publish one video, maybe today or in the morning. So thanks for being there. See you tomorrow. Okay. Bye bye. Take care and good night.